Okay. So happy to invite the next speakers, right? So Fido, so what's you?
GM everyone. Please can you hear me? Uh, hey, hello everyone. Manuel, also known as Fido, and today I'll just be talking about technical writing. Let me share my screen. Oh, just started recording. Okay, yeah, GM everyone. My name is Manuel, and quick backstory. Um, I've been a lot of things that I've done in the ecosystem, right? Worked as a community manager, developer, advocate, ecosystem leader, and also as a technical writer. So today we'll just be talking about basis of technical writing. How can you become a technical writer? And even when you are looking forward to becoming a technical writer, what are the expected skills that you need to have, right? Sharing my screen, I think I found a website that can help, which I personally also use for some of my whenever I need trajectory. Just go there. So you can just check out this website called roadmap.sh and just go down to the technical writer section. So the question here is, who is a technical writer? Basically, right? Who is a writer, firstly? Writer is someone who can convey the idea in the form of writing, putting it on paper, right? Making it concise and not cumbersome. So a technical writer is a person. As a writer, you're a communicator. As a writer, you are trying to put up an idea in paper. Now we have the internet, so in documents, uh, putting up an idea such that the reader is able to specifically understand what you are trying to convey, such that they can run with that knowledge and be able to practically do what you are trying to, or what you wrote in your article. Could be an article, be a documentation, whatever, or maybe a post or a tweet. So technical writer basically is a professional communicator whose role is to create, update, and manage technical documentation. Obviously, because it's a technical writer, there is a little bit of technicality. And that's why most time it is always advised that before you even transition to be a technical writer, do have a technical background. Because that way, it is easier to translate those complex ideas, translate those complex technical situations into simple terms, using diagrams, using infographics to just convey a technical complex stuff, right? So now these professionals just use their skill set to translate complex technical information into simplified terms that can be easily understood. Now, basically, also technical writers work with software engineers. The reason why they work with software engineers is because software engineers build, and people who want to use their product need to actually know about the product, need to actually read about maybe how the product is being built or how to use it. Very, very important. So they work with engineers, software engineers, project managers, system analysts, and other technical experts, really, just to create a written document about what is being built or how to use what is being built, right? So you can go ahead and just check who what a technical writer is. I already mentioned who a technical writer is, right, and what they do. So going back to the roadmap, you have to now know what technical writing is. So we just did who. So what is technical writing? Like I said before, it's just explaining complex concepts in a simple, easy to understand language to a specific audience. Very, very important, right? As a technical writer, you have to know what audience am I communicating with. So in the Web3 space, we have what we call white paper, we have what we call light paper, and we have what we call yellow paper, right? So yellow paper is more complex. If you check the yellow paper of Ethereum, most people might not really understand. If you check the yellow paper of even Filecoin, you might not really understand, because in the yellow paper, you're going down, deep down into the mathematical documentation, going deep down into photography. But for white paper is still less complex than a yellow paper. And basically, every project in the blockchain space has a white paper. And what that white paper, there's technicality in your white paper. When you go deeper into a white paper, if you can check the white paper of Bitcoin, you can check the white paper of Ethereum, Bitcoin was electronic, cash to cash, payment, whatever. So what the white paper is, you have that intro section where you are introduced to the overview of what this white paper is about. Then you now even go deeper. Then there's a light paper. A light paper is basically explaining to a layman, somebody who does not really know about the space, just trying to use diagrams and infographics. So it is breaking those complex concepts targeted to a specific audience. If you're writing a documentation for developers, it's different to maybe when you're writing a documentation for designers, right? So it's commonly utilized, obviously, in engineering, computer, software, finance, biotech, or even consumer electronics. Now, the primary objective of a technical writer is to break down those complicated information. Then, what are the duties? The duties of a technical writer is to create how-to guides, function, journals, articles, FAQ, frequently asked questions page. When you go to a website, maybe when you go to a project website in the blockchain ecosystem, most of the information you're going to be seeing on the page are written by technical writers. So when you go to the home page, it might not be it's most time less technical. But when you go to the documentation page, everything written there is actually being created by a technical writer. And the ultimate goal of this writing is that user understand. Why would you create a software that you don't want a user to understand? Why would you even write for people not to understand? It doesn't even make any sense. So the ultimate goal basically is that people understand what you're trying to say, no matter how complex it is. I remember talking to somebody yesterday while we're coming to the hub, and we're talking about a project, and she as an ambassador was saying, I don't even understand the project that I don't totally understand the project that we are even working on because there's no proper documentation yet. I'm still working on it. So the goal is that user understand what you are building, right? And so what are the roles of a technical writer? What are the forms of technical writing? You can always come to this page, and just look at some of the things that are important to you to know as a technical writer. So the role of the technical writer in an organization basically is to create documentation, to create articles such that, keep saying it, the users, the users are the ones using the product will understand. That's the main thing. So what are the forms of what are the best practices or forms of creating a technical article? Firstly, you should employ storytelling. Very important. Read the Bitcoin white paper, storytelling. Give an example of you trying to transfer money to another, whatever, and using a third party. And now that with the Bitcoin, whatever, you could remove the third party and you can make transactions faster. So storytelling is a powerful tool. Movies, storytelling. Music, storytelling. What again? Advertising, storytelling. Everything. Human beings are wired. They better understand stuff when it comes in forms of story. Values of life, even some of our religious activities comes in forms of story. Most comes in forms of story. Then you deduce from those stories. So storytelling is a powerful tool for any technical writer. And how does that? How is it a powerful tool? First, we are humans. We relate with stories, and it just helps you to just break down complex concepts, right? And it is just presenting information in a narrative manner, from the beginning, middle to the end, in a narrative manner, such that people can say, people can be able to remember. They might not remember the whole concept, but they can remember the story that explained the concept. Very important that every technical writer learn how to communicate using story. Also, there's a little bit of copywriting there, and this is called subtle selling, right? You're going to be having a lot of products who created, if not almost the same thing as, or almost the same tool, or maybe a tool like what you guys have created. So how do you sell them on using your product rather than using this? So it's an approach of technical writing where you directly promote your service, your idea, your products. It is subtle selling. You are really selling as much as you are breaking it using storytelling. You are also selling, right? When I mean selling, I know that could be a trigger word in the technical space, but really that's what we are doing. We are selling an idea. You are selling a product. You are selling a service. Some people will come, we say that, oh, we are the next killer Ethereum. No, we are the next scalable solution. Every of those things is basically storytelling and also subtle selling, trying to sell an idea to people. And so there must also be a content structure. You must have a content structure. You must be able to structure your documentation using flowcharts, using proper headers. If you don't use H2 where you're supposed to use H1, if you don't use H3 where you're supposed to use H4, you should know that the largest heading is for a topic, a subtopic will take a lesser type of heading, and the content will not be bolding. All of this. If you are bolding something, the reason why you are bolding is because you are calling out an information. You want it to draw people, right? You want to make a statement that will draw someone. So structuring your content, else it just looks scattered. Very, very important. References are also important because you are going to be referencing a lot of documents that people have created. You are going to be referencing ideologies. You are going to be referencing sometimes whole documents. So let's assume you are working on a different version, maybe version 4.0. Sometimes you have to reference the documentation of version 3.0. And even your documentation, you can create an hyperlink such that people can click it and it takes them back to the previous documentation. That's if you're working on a software that is having an updated version, right? So you must also be able to craft great title, content, objective. You must do have a user persona. Then you must have a writing style guide, right? So how can I develop my form of writing? How can I let's assume you're a fictional writer and you want to transition maybe into a technical writing. Obviously, the technical background is needed. But if you don't have a technical background, you can also learn on the job. So that doesn't sound or serve as a barrier of entry for you. So you can also engage using blogging platforms, trying to read what other people's have written, try to go to some documentation and try to see how this person was able to convey the idea. Technical writing is in levels, like I said. Some technical writing is core. You're writing to core devs. Some technical writing, you're writing to devs who are users, who are app builders or DApp builders. And some, they are writing the technical documentation to people who just want to use plug and play, right? So you must be able to you must be able to read, go to some Ashnode, Apanode, dev.co, read other people blogs, read other people's documentation, how they approach it, how they use storytelling, read other people's stuff, right? And it's also important that I mentioned some of the toolings or some of the tools that we use as technical writer. We have the publishing tools, SEO tools, the plagiarism checker, the Git control. Usually if you're writing or you're pushing it to Gitbook, editing tools and also Markdown. So publishing tools, we have websites like Ashroad. We have websites like you could use, what's the name of this website? Medium. Yes, you can use Medium to publish your documentation. You can use what's this node? Trying to remember it. There's Ashroad. I've forgotten this one. To come to me again. So you also SEO tools. For SEO tools, you can use Google Analytics, because when you're writing, you always want to make sure that your documentation also can come up at least first, second, third in the search engine. Some keywords that you want people, some keyword that your solution is, your product is solving. You might want to put it in a number of times in your article, not putting it in a very annoying way, but at least in an article in your documentation, you might want it to repeat itself. If it is about decentralization or decentralized data, obviously with 5 times, you might want it to repeat itself 2, 3, 4 times or even 5 times in that article that you're writing, such that when somebody goes to Google and search decentralized data, first 5 search will have your article come up, right? So yeah, there's a plagiarism checker. Plagiarism checker there a lot now. There are a lot of, you can use Grammarly, you can use copy space, you can use Turing or to check plagiarism. And also, you must be able to do research. This is very, very important. You must be able to do research as a technical writer. Research is actually one of the core things you'll be doing. Beyond just writing, you're going to be doing research. Then there are different types of technical writing, technical content writing, content SEO, blah blah blah. You can always come to this website to check on it. So, firstly, like I said, technical writing basically is conveying complex idea, making them simple. Also, you'll be doing a lot of research. How can you do a lot of research? You can go to these websites, Ashnode, you can go to Medium, you can even go to blockchain website and check their documentation and see how they communicate their idea. Also, you must be able to engage diagrams, flowcharts, infographics to convey your information. So I think I'll be stopping there for now. So please go to this website. This website is one of the websites I use for my roadmap personally. So it is roadmap.sh. Go there, go to the technical writer session and just follow through. It is a very, very simple website. So thank you very much for having me today. It's a privilege and an opportunity to be here. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Can anybody hear me? Can you hear me? Anybody?
Yes.
Hello, can anyone hear me? Can hear me? Right. Thank you so much, for doing justice on that. I think that's really helped. Will really help boost a lot of write-ups. You need to explore more of the tools and keep journaling, keep attending events, keep following up mentors like Manuel and Paul. Keep looking at the trend and then get inspiration and just contribute to the ecosystem. So many protocols need to have this skill. And one thing we learned from Vitalik in the last Ethereum Frontiers event in Kenya was about writing. He started off with a writer, a technical writer. He did some gigs, and today he's leading Israel with writing. Everybody will look forward to his, the next write-up. So it helps. So writers and leaders. Thank you so much. With this now we'll be taking not only listening, not only learning, but we'll be doing some hands-on. So we believe that before the end of the sessions, expect every one of you to do some research, write on this Bootcamp example, write on the current event for legals, and background, share experiences. Because technically you're just documenting as someone who will want to attend this event next time will, kind of learn from experiences, learn from your learnings, and and even those coming into these locations or this environment for the first time, through what you've documented, will be a very good head start for them. So let's just take this session so serious. Coupled with the technical writing we had earlier on, building on FIL, and as well, likewise yesterday as well. Just trying to put some stuff together, and we're reaching out to get this. From this space, we thank you. We'll be great for the next break. There will be an afternoon event. See you. We are all the same. Thank you so much, and see you in the next week. So, can we just get some pictures?